We don't know if this is going to be the order,
Okay.
but this is just the card.
That's fine.
So, World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus Jey Uso. What you think?
So this storyline got stale. It started off very stale. But now it's really picking up. Shout out to Gunther. I hate he beat Jimmy Uso to a bloody post, but
But he had to.
he had to. It was necessary. It woke up some in Jay.
Had to, yeah.
So to see it now, I'm a yeeting. I'm a yeeting all the way, man. I think this is Jay's time. I think it's his moment. I think if Jay can't do it now, I don't know when, because he got a lot of people behind him that is just gonna be gunning for that title, because next year very well could be Groundbreaker time. So it's Jay got to do it this year. So I'm saying Jay. I'm going Jey Uso. I'm yeeting all the way. I wish I had me a Yeet t-shirt, but yeah, I got.
I agree with you, but for other reasons. I agree with you because he's 0-3 against Gunther.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't be 0-4. You can't have this kind of build to have 60,000 people not yeet.
No.
You want this WrestleMania moment for Jay just for the yeet. In addition to that, the reason, my only concern with Gunther losing is that he would have lost a belt this year and last year. So now, what's the storyline for Gunther going forward? Because now you've fallen on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to be petty, you could bring in that he lost Crown Jewel.
Ooh, yeah.
So what do you do with Gunther? Because there's no way you can make Gunther look weak to me.
Yeah.
Not to me.
Yeah.
But when you have these moments where he's coming up short, it's an issue. But again, I'm riding with Jey Uso on this. My only concern is what happens to Gunther.
Yeah, that is a big question. Maybe you move him over to SmackDown. That is always a possibility, to move him to SmackDown, and he can get us some new fuse and get some new knife. But yeah, that is a big question, because to go 0-2, and then you also got to add in this discussion too, to lose on big stages, Crown Jewel,
big stages, man.
Like you said, WrestleMania last year. And not saying he hasn't won, because I mean, he won at SummerSlam. He's won at WrestleMania.
Sure. But it's WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania. Yeah.
And you're
lose a title. Lose a title. It's not
losing a title.
You lose a
You're
title.
not just losing a match. You losing a whole title. And then to lose it this kind of way, you had a fan favorite last year to beat you. Who, Sammy. So that makes me think now, could we see a Sami Zayn appearance? Because he's not booked.
No.
He's not scheduled.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm also wondering if there's a situation where the only thing is, it's not a non-disqualification match.
Yeah.
So it can't be too much interference, but it could be just enough. So maybe there's something there. But we're both on board with Jay, so I'm satisfied with that. My son, man, listen. That dude runs around. And please hit my music. Yeet. And he says it real soft. Yeah, he does it real. I gotta see the video, man. It's hilarious. All right. Now this one has the internet wrestling community up in arms. Chad Gable did not make the WrestleMania card.
He did, but
however, this newcomer, El Grande Americano, makes his WrestleMania debut against Rey Mysterio. Who you got?
First off,
I love the internet.
I love the internet too. Shout out to Chad Gable, man. Chad Gable, he's that dude that busts his butt, but dog, I mean, just my man been going through it. But but hey, you have to do what you got to do.
Which is why this match is pretty easy to predict.
El Grande, it's gonna win. I love Rey Mysterio. I love 619, but I think Rey is kind of like at the point now where he's trying to help people get over. Not saying he's just taking losses, but he wants to help people get over. I think that's what he wants to do before he hangs up the boots. Is get especially people deserving like Chad Gable, because Chad Gable is deserving of it. Chad Gable did not be in WrestleMania last year, and I thought he should have been in some way incorporated. Because I mean, he's just an awesome worker. He could probably maybe take Kurt Angle 2.0. Just he might not have the mic skills like Kurt Angle, but as far as athletic ability, I mean, dude's fantastic. So yeah, I got El Grande America. Man, Chad's alter ego. That's what I'm calling him. Chad's alter ego.
Courtney, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I stopped listening after you said El Grande Americano was gonna win. Because my previous statement was we know how this is going to end. I thought we were going to be here and both say Rey Mysterio for the unveiling of this person up under this mask.
I think it's gonna
But you
happen.
think El Grande got it.
I think it's gonna happen, but I think he's gonna win, and then he's gonna pull the mask off and be like, I got y'all. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I can see that. I can see that being like I beat Ray.
Yeah,
I made a mistake. I wasn't supposed to take this off.
exactly. That's Chad
Okay.
Gable like right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll with you. All right. We have a tag team match
Okay.
on the card, surprisingly. We have the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, against the New Day, Kofi and Xavier. Where are you leaning at on this one?
Okay, first, let me get my gripe about this. Because I'm really disappointed. I was disappointed in Triple H about one thing about WrestleMania. This is the one thing I'm disappointed. Because the Raw Tag Team division is crap. It's trash. Compared to SmackDown, who had the best tag teams. You got the Street Profits, you got Motor City Machine Gun,
Yeah.
you got Gargano, you got
They
Pretty
cooking over there.
Deadly. I mean, and let's not forget what's it? Oh God, Gunzer and Angel and Alberto.
LWO.
Yeah,
LWO.
LWO.
Did you say Pretty Deadly?
Yeah, Pretty Deadly. Yeah.
Yeah, they cooking over on SmackDown. They need to do a redraft and put some of them over in SmackDown.
I'm so disappointed in them not being on WrestleMania and them having to be on the SmackDown before on pre-show. I was like, that's just a disservice. Because Raw's tag team division is trash, man. It's trash.
And as much as you have these tag teams wrestling each other week in and week out, there's not a week that doesn't go by that at least one or two of these tag teams aren't in matches.
Exactly.
So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's I had to choose, and the only reason why I think it's going to go this way, I think it's going to be New Day, and I think
so too.
I think it's going to be New Day for this reason. You don't just turn them heel, give them new music without it being something behind it. And I'm still questioning what's the whole direction that they're going with Big E. I know right now we don't know what is.
There has to be a payoff somewhere.
It's got to be a payoff. It's got to be something behind Big E, how they did Big E, how they handled this whole situation. So I think we might see it at WrestleMania, or we might see it the Monday after WrestleMania. But I think it's gonna be the New Day, even though I'm not excited about this match. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I never.
Their rebrand was good. It's now more believable.
And New Day is just iconic. I mean, probably E-Rates, probably they're on the route. They're on the Mount Rushmore tag teams and can't leave them off. But yeah, I think the New Day's got it.
I agree. You don't bring the New Day to WrestleMania for them to lose.
No.
I definitely feel like there's something going to happen with Big E. I just don't know to what extent.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those, trying to interfere situations, but it goes wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know what I feel about that yet.
Yeah.
Next
bad move, Triple H. Bad move.
Yeah, bad move. Yeah, we ain't going for that one.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, not yet. All right. Next on the card is Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Your thoughts and
man, one of my favorite storylines right now, and we talked about this at the beginning. The slow build to it, the payoff of Jade coming back, beating the mess out of Naomi at Elimination Chamber, and even how they handled even Naomi's change in the character. I love the caution. I love it. And I don't know if you've seen them on social media going back and forth, but that's even better.
Adding.
Yes.
Jade just accused Naomi of getting BBL.
BBL. I said, yo,
This
we
is so
doing
much better
this.
than Tiffany and Charlotte. This is so much better than that.
Man, listen. And it's I love how they did it, and I also love because at first I be honest with you, I was getting kind of mad because they was making Naomi look weak at first because they had Jade beat up twice, and I was like, man, y'all don't do Naomi like that because Naomi is a great athlete, but Naomi is tough. It's not underestimated. Naomi is really tough, and I like how they have really changed her character and made her like this Naomi
Dangerous.
is like, yeah, like she dangerous. Like I'm not taking no BS from Jade. Jay, you came in here, you didn't pay your dues, like all the rest of us, and you just gonna walk in here and be tag team champion with Bianca. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. I love that. I love that passion. But with that being said, I think Jay is gonna get this win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay gonna get the.
yeah, I think Jay gonna get it, and it's only just because I think it's just the right thing to do, and I love it that they have her facing against Naomi because they got her facing against. Not only is Naomi a great competitor, but this is called like it is, man. We got two black females competing at WrestleMania against each other in a non-title match. This has never happened before.
Crazy.
This is history in the making. So for that fact, I love it too. I love that even more. So I'm gonna say Jade just because we got to see the opening payoff. We just got to see Jay get it. Hopefully, they don't be on Swatch Match. I'm gonna be mad. It's kind of Swatch Match.
I don't think it will be. I will give you they may get cut on time because
Yeah,
WrestleMania with these long entrances, people get cut on their time.
yeah, that's
I
true.
will say this about this match. I think with Naomi, the way that she built this new character up has been amazing.
Yeah.
She's putting in her good work.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite moments was when Jade put her up in that air and she yelled out for Bianca.
Yeah.
Cinema, cinema,
Yes. Yes.
cinema. And that's
Yes.
what they've been giving us. Even the vignettes that Naomi has been doing.
Yeah.
Like you said, the social media stuff, it's been really good. I agree with you. I believe Jade is going to win. Um, I hope that Jade, with the time that she took off, that she was using that time to get finer in the ring. I will say finer in the ring, more sharp in the ring. Let me use that word. Sharp in the ring, just become a better wrestler. I said it before that this is the perfect vet for this rising star.
Right.
Naomi
Yeah.
can lead the match, she can guide her, and Naomi can just put in her work, put in the athleticism, showcase that, and it's going to be one heck of a match, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited about this. Like everything you said. This and I'm starting to wonder if this is all they're doing. Like they've been putting everything together
I
on
don't think
flat.
so.
You don't think so?
Here's my thought. I feel like there's this match. I feel like you could have something else again at Backlash.
Yeah.
Eventually Bianca has to come back into the picture. And then from there, I feel like the build will be towards Bianca and Jade next year at WrestleMania. That's what I feel. So I don't feel like this is a one match. I feel like the storyline continues because eventually Naomi and Bianca got to come face to face. Maybe all three of them in a triple threat. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
This ain't the end.
Oh no.
All right. So next we have the man himself, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against the man. All brakes, no gas. Yada I mean. Jacob Fatu. Who you got?
You.
I
I'm gonna
was
be
at
saying.
SmackDown earlier this year. I started a new one. Fatu. No, I said, I love you, Fatu.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Man. I love this match. I love this build. Um, it's just really hard for me because I love LA Light. I love LA Light, man. I love LA Light. I love how he gets the crowd going. I love how he just murders people on the mic. It is so effortless. It's like, bro, he's not a. I mean, he's not a bad wrestler. He's not my
It's not a bad one.
as like parts like athleticism and stuff. He's not bad.
He can keep the match going.
He can
I
keep
think
a
he's on
match
the
going.
wrong brand. Neither here nor there.
Yeah, yeah, I do agree with you on that one. But then he got Fatu. This man, Fatu. I don't know what they do it or what they did in the Island of Samoa, or as Paul Heyman says, the Island of Relevancy. But this man Fatu right here,
He's a genetic freak.
He is. Woo! I don't know what. I don't even know if you can say that. It's this man
He got
Fatu.
it.
He
He
got
got it.
it and that. It and that.
The pre-walkout for his entrance when he's spitting,
Yeah.
man, he's got it.
He's got it. And I love that there how his character is. He's like, man, he said, I don't care who it is. It could be Braun Strowman. It could be Roman Reigns. Man, bring him. I'm taking him out. He ain't quiet like Solo. He ain't calm, cool, connected like Roman. He like that dude, like that old school dude. Like, man, I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all can get out my way. I'm gonna whoop y'all butt.
And you know the thing I love about Fatu, you remember before he was with WWE, he was a little bit heavier.
Yeah,
So
that
he's
too.
gotten himself into
That
shape.
too.
He's taking this job serious. He's taking this
Mm-hmm.
path serious. And I definitely believe he's got the crowd behind him. I know the backstage people love him.
Yeah.
He is going to be the person to watch in the next year. I will say for this particular match, I feel like this is the start of the breakup between Fatu and
Yeah.
Solo and a build up between them. Maybe at SummerSlam. I don't know if I think it's a match you can have before SummerSlam. I don't think that's a big deal. Maybe that's where their blow off
Yeah.
match is. But I definitely
Bloodline
see like,
rules.
yeah, I definitely see like Fatu winning and that starting this whole thing up. I
Yeah.
would hate for LA Knight to lose, but I
Yeah.
also want LA Knight to be on a different brand. I feel like he
Yeah.
would do better on Raw because unfortunately, no matter what we say about the Raw Heavyweight Championship, it's not really respected because of the Undisputed Championship.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
LA Knight needs to go to Raw, in my opinion. So we
Yeah.
both say Fatu.
Yeah. I say Fatu too.
We hate to say it, but we actually like to see it at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're on
Yeah. I
board
can.
with that one.
But even and I'll say this and move on. Even if LA Knight does win and Fatu loses because of Solo, I still think we get a lot of interest in that. I think it brings a lot of intrigue. So either way it goes, I'm gonna be happy. But I think Fatu, just with how he is, yeah, he got this.
Because either way, Solo's going to be a part of it some kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
Win or lose, Fatu win or lose, either way, Solo's going to have something to do with the result.
Mm.
The next match we have, the Battle of the Divas. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Very interesting match. I'm going to give you some time right now because I see your hands over your face. I ain't going to hold you.
Lord,
This is a
Lord.
match I'm not really looking forward to. I'm not a huge fan of Tiffany Stratton. She puts in work. I ain't going to hold you. I think Charlotte Flair is she's a great athlete. Don't get me wrong. I also think she's overrated at the same time. This is probably one of those matches I'll have on because I'm trying to see if it gets real. But I think ultimately Charlotte Flair walks out of WrestleMania as the champ for like the 180th time.
Yeah, we see what they're trying to do with Charlotte.
Yeah,
It's so obvious. This one right here. Ah, so let me go back. I'm gonna go back to when Tiffany Stratton. I actually like Tiffany Stratton. I've been
yeah,
pulling
she's
for
cool.
her ever since she got on the main roster. I just think she got it. Actually saw Tiffany Stratton's first match on the main roster. We saw her first match when we was in Birmingham on the main roster when she did SmackDown. And I was like, yeah, okay, she's gonna
She
be a
puts in
world
work.
champion.
She can go.
Yeah, she's gonna be a world champion. Um, when she cashed in against Naya, I said, okay, perfect. You can go a lot of different ways with this. You can hold this out and push her against Naya at Mania, and we can have the final build it up. And I was even thinking like take Naya off of TV and like make it a huge comeback. And because Nia
Okay,
Jax, I
okay.
think, is also deserving because she's improved very well. And yeah, a whole lot. And maybe we could have saw Rhea versus Charlotte part three because both of them have a win against each other at WrestleMania. I was like that. I said I could see that happening because Rhea is talented and Charlotte is talented, so we need to see the conclusion of it. Both of them have a win against each other. But when they said when Charlotte said okay I'm gonna fight Tiffany, I was like I wasn't mad at it but how they handle this story, it's been so up and down. It's like everybody just wants to get it over with. And
I agree.
and the reason why everybody wants to be over with is because it's so up and down. And then 2 weeks ago, it got personal. It got real personal.
Tiffany
And
started talking to Ashley. She wasn't talking to Charlotte no
she
more.
wasn't talking to, yeah, she was talking to Ashley. And from what I'm hearing is they went off script. And from what I'm also hearing is Charlotte started it. So Tiffany was like, I'm not just gonna let you upset. Granted, a few weeks before, Charlotte did not let Tiffany get a word in. And everybody was like, Tiffany's not ready. And I said, yeah, but also you're on the main roster, you gotta step up your game. Because Charlotte ain't gonna hold back. But I also said, yeah, you gotta give her some time to get her feet wet. So this has been like the weirdest kind of like build. And I think we kind of all just wanted to end because it's getting personal, it's starting to get weird, it's starting to get like cringy.
I think we're ready. I think we're more interested in what happens off the camera versus on the camera.
Yeah.
Because on the camera, it's like you said, let's get this over with. But off the camera, it's like, what are y'all talking about backstage? What are
Yeah.
the producers saying to y'all? Because Charlotte was just on TV that week with Sherry Shepherd talking about her divorce. Crying. I even felt bad for her. I was like, I get it. The human side of me gets it. But then when she came to SmackDown and Tiffany pulled that card, on one end, it went personal, but on the other end, I'm glad Tiffany went into business for herself.
Yeah.
Because now she kind of like solidified, like, hey, I had to take it here in order for us to take it there. It reminds me of John Cena talking about The Rock reading off his palm.
I remember that. I saw it live, and I was like, he did?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what that moment reminded me of.
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
I definitely think it's going to be Charlotte in this one.
I think it's going to be Tiffany.
You think it's going to be Tiffany?
I think it's going to be Tiffany. I think it's going to be Tiffany. I think we kind of all tired of Charlotte. And I think for once, let's see somebody. Let's see some new blood. I see what y'all trying to do with Charlotte.
And it'll do more for Tiffany than it would Charlotte. And Charlotte's legacy is already solidified.
It's already solidified. Stop trying to make her a babyface. I want y'all to please stop trying to make Charlotte a babyface. She should always be a heel. We don't want to see no babyface Charlotte because it looks.
I want to see that.
It's just horrible. Make her a heel. And I think her losing, she would change up her character. Like, make her like the evil queen. Do something different with Charlotte. It's like Charlotte is getting stale to the point like with Roman Reigns. And I hate to say that, but she's getting to the point where it's like, I'm sick of you. Like, and Roman had that change. It's like, Roman, we love you. So we need a change. Charlotte, like,
she needs to go to the Randy Orton school of character.
Yeah. The voices. She needs to hear some voices.
She needs to hear the voices.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the international crowd. Best crowds for WWE anyway.
Absolutely.
All right. The most confusing match for me on night one of WrestleMania 41. We have this weird triple threat match.
Yeah.
This is going to be Seth freaking Rollins, the voice for the voiceless, CM Punk, and our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
We acknowledge you, sir.
We acknowledge you, our tribal chief.
We acknowledge you.
We weren't saying that 10 years ago.
No, we weren't.
We were trying to get this guy out of here. We were acknowledging that he's bad.
Right.
So, what do you think about this triple threat match, and where the heck are we going with this?
My first thoughts on the triple threat match is it's confusing because it's not for anything. Usually a triple threat match is for a number one contendership or it's for a title. But this triple threat match it's nothing. They're trying to build it as the stakes of the industry is going to be in the hands of whoever wins.
But nobody has anything.
This
is a Paul Heyman match.
Yeah. This is winner a Paul Heyman. Winner gets Paul Heyman. Or do they? Yeah. So it's kind of weird, but it's kind of like funny and crazy too because CM Punk is now cashing in his favor, saying Paul Heyman's gonna be in his corner. Then we got Roman Reigns is kind of like distraught. Which I love the promos that they're doing. The promo they did Monday night was excellent.
For sure.
And how Seth Rollins said in so many words that this isn't a favor. This is a choice. And how he said it, it was like intriguing.
Seth's been cooking on the mic lately.
Yeah,
He's gotten so much better.
yes.
Because Seth was going down a Bret Hart route to me. But he got it. He got it now. He's good.
Yeah. And of course CM Punk finally getting his WrestleMania main event.
Yes.
So shout out to him. But this is one match that it really could go. I think it can go two ways. I think it can go Seth winning and Paul walking out with him, and we finally get the favor, and he becomes his guy, and Seth becomes evil Seth. Or I think it goes CM Punk and Paul Heyman's like, sorry, my tribal chief, I'm going back to my best friend, and that's gonna be another betrayal from Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns, the things that hurts him the most, and that's has
chair
impacted chair shots, and betrayals, and they all have. It's funny because they all happen with chair shots. So, Sammy, I think the only one was Jay. Yeah, the only one was Jay. He didn't stab him in the back with a chair. He stabbed him in the front. So, I think Roman ends up being a loser out of this, but it also builds another story, another depth in the bloodline, which we're all intrigued of. So, I just how things are going, what we've been seeing the past few weeks. I think Punk's gonna get it. Just how we've been seeing stuff. Even though Seth is coming out on top, I think they're gonna give it to Punk. But I'm really interested to see how this story's going.
Same. It's either going to be Punk or Rollins to me. I feel like it's easy to say Roman will win, but Roman's in a place where a loss doesn't affect him.
Not at all.
He's solidified. He's goated. God mode, if you will.
Yes.
So I don't see him winning, unfortunately. But I do love this iteration of Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
This Roman on the mic, when the promo he did overseas with Punk, today, Junior, this is TV.
Yes, it's TV. Or when he was there sitting down in the chair, oh, I love how y'all see each other, my tribal chief, your tribal chief. Oh, this is so beautiful. I said, thank you, Roman.
He's back.
Yes.
Roman is the Lakers.
Yes.
The WWE is so much better when he is around.
Mm-hmm. And when he's good.
Not to mention, some of his promos aren't even on the mic. One of my favorite promos is when he was leaving the ring. I'm tired of thinking y'all are my equal.
Yes. This is my camera.
Of everybody.
This is my camera. This is my
camera. I'm tired of being humble. Oh my God. Roman Reigns.
That's why you're always our tribal chief.
That's why you're always our tribal chief.
That's why you're always our tribal chief.
To him, man. I just want a great intro, a great entrance. Bring out the Ula Follow again, please.
Yes. Man, I'm gonna ask you this. Do you like the new Roman entrance song? Do you like the old one? Like the old?
I like the old one, but I know why they had to change it.
Why they had to change it?
It's something about that old one, man.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that, first of all, Def Rebel is so hit and miss.
Yeah.
So hit and miss. They hit on all the bloodline. I'll give them that. They hit on that. I'm glad they kept pieces of the original of Roman's entrance because I can still get with it. But it's something about that first one that I am the head of the table song. It just hits. There's something that just comes over me. I'm like,
I promise you, every time you used to come on, I used to sit in front of my TV. It was like, yes, we acknowledge you. We acknowledge you.
But this one,
she's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm acknowledging my tribal
Roman's
chief.
our Beyonce.
Yes.
Roman is our Beyonce. And then it's just like the new one, it's like, it's cool. It just don't hit the same.
Nah, it don't hit the same.
Don't hit the same. So it's all good though. We still acknowledge you, our tribal chief.
Yeah, absolutely.